Alright, this is going to be a quick deck list because I don't like wasting time. 3 Madrats, which you should be playing unless you can't afford them. The deck will still run, but honestly, it's the reinforcement of the deck. You know, it allows you to make combo plays. You can still play without it, but you're going to be handicapped. Triple Boars, which is no exception to this. Triple Grains. Honestly, truly, you can get away with only using 2, but 3 is better because it allows you to do a lot better recovery plays, just as having 2 Grouse Heads, aka Chads. Personally, I didn't like running him for the longest time, but now it's kind of beneficial with the way the deck is developed with the field spell. So these plus triple grain equals just total setup on the field over and over again. The one Dryston, which I prefer at 2, but I'm playing at 1 because it has better synergy. Excuse me. Synergy! We are playing 2 Noble Knight Brothers, which I'm actually finding to be a little bit more targetable than 3. You can play 3. You can go from 2 or 3 depending on your playstyle and what you're trying to accomplish. This is by no means bad at anything less than 2. I mean, this is by no means bad at 2 or 3. It's just 2 is preferable for me. I'm also playing 1 Lancelin, which is occasionally kind of a dead hand unless you have something you can play around. Usually this is the first thing you take out deck. You can make really great interesting plays with him, and especially with Ector, who is the E-Dragon deck that you play at 1. He is amazing. He's pretty awesome. He helps you out a lot. He's spectacular. We are playing 1 Guinevere, Queen of No Arms, because she's the single mandatory card of the deck. Madrat is pretty mandatory, Boars is pretty mandatory, but she's the thing that holds everyone together. It's like she's the best. She's the key. She's like the. I can't think of the proper terminology. You must be running at least 1. Some people prefer 2. I don't. There's actually been someone who ran 2 at a tournament and drew the second one into a dead hand while he was in the middle of the match, and it totally screwed him over, so I felt served you right. Weird tech choice, the 1 Lady of the Lake, because it opens up more plays. I still don't particularly like her, but I do admit she is 10 times better this format than she was last format thanks to new set releases. She just allows for more plays and defensive stuff. So, utility-wise, 1, I would never play past more than 1 at the moment. Double Max C because this is a special summoning format, and the likelihood of you just going up against Boojins or something it slowly sets up is very unlikely, and that ends the monsters. I play 2 of the field spells and 1 terraforming. You can recycle these with brothers. They count themselves towards the total Noble Knight number, and if you recycle one of these, field gets the other one, or you just have that easy, thin the deck out. So this is literally as perfect of a ratio as you could get. I kid you not. I play 1 Caliburn, 1 Arfadur. I'm not playing Gallatin because it is not necessary for this format. I'm playing 2 Destinies, which I feel, despite what anyone says, is still necessary because there will be times where you want to set up Boars, Destiny, Guinevere, and Excalibur, which is this, which I'll be playing 3. If you get one of these on Boars, target these 2 and Guinevere, and you have a 2/3 chance of getting one of these added to your hand to equip to them, then adding Graveyard so you have a monster that cannot be targeted, destroyed, or beaten in battle. Or if you get one of these, you can search all 3 of these and be like, whatever. By the way, I do not run these less than 2, ever. I prefer 3 because I like Exceed ranking up and down heavily. Foolish and Reinforcement Army. Mandatory, no questions asked. This is very player's choice, but this has been quite useful because of Lancelin. Guinevere, Lady of the Lake, and Ector. Or I can ditch a Gwain to graveyard, use Grouse ahead to add him back to hand, and Bob's your uncle. On to the traps, we have the Holy Trinity, and a Breakthrough skill and Phoenix Chain. I do not have a second Breakthrough. That will immediately replace this as soon as I get it. This is slightly better for the format because, well, this doesn't have to be. This can be MST, this can't, and you use this twice, especially during your turn, this artifact bullshit format. That is the deck. Yes, that was a 37 card deck. I am still deciding on what the final 3 cards are, otherwise you cannot do better than that for the most part without going into some kind of bullshit that is just beyond being a Nova Knight deck. My recommendation is 2 to 3 soul charges for anyone else, but that's all. You can run 3 upstarts, 2 Kaiser Coliseum, Forbidden Lances, wherever you want in those final 3 slots. You have to find what you need for your particular meta, for your local area. Now on to the X deck. I run 3 Kings, rank 4s, and 3 Sacred Kings, the rank 5s, because I go through them a lot, and they are just too good. It's like there's very few other Exceed monsters in this game that do quite the job that they do. I run the 1 Synchro, and that's it for the Nova Knight stuff. 1 Rhapsody and Berserk, because banishing 2 cards from my opponent's graveyard is amazing, and just attaching it to my king, giving him 1200 boost attack is amazing. I won 1 Bujingi Tetsuminogi, which is like a $1 card. I actually got this for free, even though it's ultimate rare. This is just when you have 1 card in hand, you want to ditch and draw 2. 23 defense, 18 attack. It's meh. Starliege Paladinimo, the poor man's Silent Arc Knight, which I'm not going to pay $40 to $50 for that card, and because I have good sense. But if you have one, totally run it. And an Exton Knight. I don't have one, but I'm not spending $80. In fact, the most money I've ever spent on a card was $25 on a Quasar when it first came out. So $25 for a $100 card now. Booyah. Number 82, what the hell? Heartland Draco. Heartland Draco. So many spell cards that remain face up on the field, so my opponent can never attack this. I've actually had the field spell up, summon this, and be like, well, I'll detach and attack you directly, but you cannot declare an attack because it can't be targeted for attack. And that's literally what he's there for. I'm running 1 Blade Armor Ninja because, well, it's Blade Armor Ninja, and attacking twice is pretty awesome. 1 of Alamustis Knight. I need to learn how to pronounce his name because he is actually pretty good. Not amazing, but if your opponent has crap that targets, you can totally make him regret doing it. 1 Volcasaurus, 1 Thunder Charger. I do believe I'm 1 card short. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. No, that's 15 card extra deck. If you have access to Exton and or Silent Arc or multiples, totally run them. They are highly recommended. Also, extra recommendations are Giga Cowboy, Diamond Direwolf, Black Shipcorn, and Excalibur. You could run that, I can't remember her name. She's a number monster who's 24 attack, who has the effect of if your opponent's if a monster on the field has altered attack, you can destroy it or something, send it to graveyard, and you draw a card. That is not a bad card, but this is kind of not the format for that, considering that Firefish are not that big of a deal. For the extra deck, these are just recommendations for general. 2 effect bearers, because, you know, Dimensional Fissure, Pokemon. Kaiser Coliseums, depending on who you're playing, is just amazingly broken, but against artifacts, it's kind of like, well, fuck me too. Double MSTs for certain matchups, but not artifacts. Forbidden Lances are amazing against people who are not artifacts or heavy monster effect destruction, and Double Royal Decree, that should really be at triple in case you go up against an Exilia Burn or any of that garbage. But that's it. Comment, rate, subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.